We've got two more guests with us. Daniel in London. He went to the opening ceremony last night, and Kaya Handley in Wagga Wagga in New South Wales, Australia. Welcome to both of you. Daniel, let me start with you. You attended last night.
I did. I attended with my wife and two of our children.
And what did you make of it?
Well, we found it exceptionally long. It lasted nearly 4 hours. I think the expectation is that it overran. We found it dull. I personally thought it lacked a clear narrative. I didn't think it flowed. I've seen a lot of the comment in the media about it, and everybody seems to be saying it's absolutely fantastic. I don't think you can say anything negative about it for fear of being accused of being anti-disability, but we didn't enjoy it. I think there were thousands of people that did leave early, and we were one of them.
Why did you leave early?
Well, it was already 11:45 at night. The event had started at 8:30, preceded by an hour's warm-up. The athletes' procession, which I thought was going to be very boring, was probably the best part. But that was because we were very interested in the athletes rather than the actual entertainment that was built around them. But even that procession lasted 2 hours, and I thought that the event was pretty flat.
Well, let me bring Tiernan Dueb, who's also with us. He's a stand-up comedian in London. So now we've got Tiernan, Kia Handley, Daniel, yourself in London, and Scott, who attended. He thought it was fantastic. Scott, why didn't you have a chat with Daniel? He didn't like it.
Oh, I mean, from my point of view, obviously everybody has differing opinions, and we're all entitled to those. So obviously, I would never argue against anybody else's view. But I just thought it's part of a package. It's not the Olympic Games, it's not the Paralympic Games, it's both. The ceremonies are the same, but they're meant to be different. They're both pulled out different parts of who we are as a nation. What's important to us, what isn't important to us. The science was a great thing. Stephen Hawking, an amazing physicist, leading the way in some things, and it's acknowledging what's good about who we are and where we've come from. About the ceremony, we all know that there's long parts. The Oscars runs for hours. The parade of athletes. There's a good few thousand of them. That's going to take time, so we're all aware of that. I'm a bit disappointed. I'd appreciate people had different views, but actually I thought it was quite inspiring. The hard work, the visuals that go into the stadium. The lights themselves. If it was just a light show on the audience, that would have been enough to wow anybody, I think. So, that's my personal view on what I saw last night.
Well, thank you, Scott. Kaya, in Australia, you watched the show, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch it in our time, and I thought it was fabulous.
What did you like about it so much?
Well, the pace may have been a bit slower, and I can see where he's coming from, but it was powerful, it was emotive, it sent a great message to the entire world about, the support, the understanding, a bit more education that, disabled people need in communities worldwide. And I just think it was a really fabulous representation and a really powerful way to kick off the Games.
Tiernan, you're a stand-up comedian in London. Were you entertained?
Yeah, of course I was. It was amazing. I've been sort of horribly hooked on the Olympics since, we had the first round at the beginning of summer. And being a stand-up comedian, I thought, well, I'm going to be cynical about this. They'll find things to pick at. And from the first opening ceremony, Danny Boyle's one, I was hooked and thought, this is incredible. And last night, similarly, was just... what a beautiful show. I agree that the parade of athletes did take a while. It's going to. I felt incredibly sorry for Uzbekistan, who must have been waiting for so long, just at the end there, until they could come through. But the whole theme of the stars and the Big Bang exhibition was incredible. I was almost expecting Brian Cox to come on and draw a line in the ground and point things out. And I thought it was wonderfully scripted as well. There was that beautiful line that Stephen Hawking said, look up at the stars and not down at your feet, which is just what an incredible statement to make and very important, unless you're trying on shoes or something.
Well, that's right. Atara, I'll tell you this, Atara Ibrahim posts on Facebook, my well wishes to all the Paralympians, they made me very proud. But a lot of people are inspired. Adriana posts on Twitter, they're representing their country in the Paralympics, and here's me with 2 arms and 2 legs, and I'm not doing anything with my life.
that feels exactly what I'm already today. I'm still in my pajamas, sadly, and 2 people have broken world records. It's quite amazing.
It is quite amazing. Kaya.
Yes.
You were inspired, weren't you, by the games? Tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. And, I'm sitting here. It's 9:30 at night on Thursday, and I will be up for hours longer watching the games this afternoon, this evening. I've already seen 3 Australians break world records in heat.
Thank you so much for your comment. I have to jump in there because we're towards the end of the show, but I thank all of our guests, Amran in London, Scott who got in touch, Daniel, Kaya, Tiernan, and all of you for